Okay, so I've done all the braids and I'm starting on this section here. So first thing I'm going to apply is the cocoa tree detangling ghee. I'm putting about this much. I like to pay attention to my sides. And my ends. So once I've applied that all throughout the section that I'm going to be working with, take my wide tooth comb and comb it through. Now you may notice that I have a couple straight pieces right here in the front. That's because, like I said, today I wore a blowout style where I actually used a blow dryer and a flat iron just at the very front because I was too lazy to twist my hair last night. So, and because I use the lukewarm to cold water, it tends to retain the shape. So I'll take a couple days of humidity for it to get back to the way the rest of it is. But that's okay. It'll work. So now that I've got that product in there, I'm going to start with my 2-strand twists. So I'm using, again, the Camille Rose, and I'm using the Designer Touch. So I cut my first line. I find that when I cut lines, it makes it easier and I like the outcome better. So mine are going to be medium to small in the front, and then I get a little bit bigger at the back. But this is about the sections that I use, and about this much, maybe a little less. I took a little much for this first bit, so I'll use it for the rest of it as well. And I put it throughout the hair, and then I get my Denman brush to comb it through. I know that there is a couple techniques out there. Now this is when I'm going to take my Designer Touch. Again, I took a little bit much, but I'm heavy-handed with the product, so that's probably why. So I know there's other techniques out there called shingling, I think it is, where you take the brush and you slowly pull it through to see your curls. So I do that a little bit just to make sure that the product gets through all the hair. Then I'm going to 2-strand twist it. Yeah, I took a little bit too small on this side, but that's alright. It's the very front and it's the corner, so I don't mind it being a little small. So I'm going to 2-strand twist this before I go on to the next one. I know I put a little too much product when it's a little white. It goes away. The Designer Touch, it says that it's specifically there for to help your products not have any white residue, and it definitely works for me. But that's how I could tell I put a little bit too much product in that one section. So move to the next one. Hopefully it's a lesson learned. So that's the next piece that I'm taking. I take a little of my Camille, put that throughout, and I'm going to put it through. Take a little of my Designer Touch. I'm starting from the bottom for the Designer Touch because that's where I find the most benefit. I don't need it as much close to the root, but at the very ends I find that's where I get the most benefit out of it because it adds the weight to it as well as helps to define the curls, especially because I'm not using any flexi rods or curlers at the ends of my twists. But as you can see from this one, it still gives you the defined curls. So this is a better thickness more of the thickness that I'm looking for. And so I'm going to twist. And what I'll do is twist the rest of this section, and then I will show you when I'm almost done this section how it's looking, and then again show you when it's completely finished being twisted. So with the ends, again, like I said, I don't use any flexi rods or rollers, but the products tend to do the twisting for me, so maybe I'll twist around my finger a little bit, but as you can see, the curl that it makes. So I just let it do its natural curl, and then I go on to the next one. So I'll be back.